Lesson 6. Chère Élise. Élise is a female name, and it's pronounced Élise. Repeat after me. Élise. 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 In this song, we're going to hear the extra sound again at the end of her name. So in the song, you'll hear Élise. 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 Chère, as seen here, is in the female form, and it means dear. So Chère Élise means dear Élise. In the masculine form, it would be spelled like this, and chère also means expensive. It's very common to hear French people talk about prices and whether something is expensive or not. So you'll often hear cher and the opposite, pas cher, which means not expensive or inexpensive. Some textbooks will have another word for inexpensive, but you'll hear pas cher the most. You might have heard mon chéri, which is like my dear, or ma chérie, which would also be my dear in the feminine form. Chère Élise, dear Élise. Now let's look at some of the question words in French. Qui means who. Repeat after me. Qui. 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 Quand means when. Notice that the D is silent and the AN makes our nasal sound en. So quand. It's really just two sounds. QU makes a K sound. So quand. 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 Comment means how. The final T is silent, and before that the EN makes the same nasal sound as in quand. Repeat after me. Comment. 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 Pourquoi means why. Repeat after me. Pourquoi. 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 Pour means for, so pourquoi literally means for what. Quoi alone can mean simply what. This is great if somebody says something and you don't understand them and you would like them to repeat. You can simply say quoi, and it's pronounced like Q-W-A. Quoi. Quoi. Many French books don't mention that quoi can be used to say what. That's because there's a more formal way, which is qu'est-ce que. Repeat after me. Qu'est-ce que. Qu'est-ce que. Qu'est-ce que. If you look at the first 5 letters of qu'est-ce que, you have Q, U, E, S, T. That's similar to the English word question, and it's related. In French, it would be question. 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 Quoi is often found at the end, so if you want to start your question with what, you'll hear qu'est-ce que, or you can put what at the end of the question and simply say quoi. But it's considered more informal. Okay, to say what are you doing, you could say qu'est-ce que tu fais? Or you could say tu fais quoi? Tu fais quoi? Tu fais quoi? There's a third way to ask a question in French, and it's called the inversion. And the reason it's called inversion is because tu and fais will be reversed. And that's que fais-tu? Que fais-tu? Que fais-tu? So 3 ways to ask the same question, what are you doing? I could also use quoi in this question. Avec quoi tu manges? With what are you eating? Mainly, what are you using to eat? A fork, a spoon, chopsticks. We could also say, avec qui tu manges? That would be, with who are you eating? Next, let's look at another important grammar concept in French. And this is a phrase that's pretty special. It's il faut. And it means it is necessary to. Repeat after me. Il faut. Il faut. Il faut. Now, il usually means he, but here it's going to mean kind of it in general, like it's raining. Il faut is more versatile in French, and it's used more often than just it is necessary to. You can use this for things like you must do something, and it doesn't even have to be you must do something. It could be used for I should do something, or even they should do something, or they need to do something. Il faut is quite common, and you should start listening for it in French and try to use it immediately. For example, il faut manger is you need to eat, or you must eat, or one must eat. Il faut chercher would be you need to look, or you need to search. The word chercher is best understood by looking at the word rechercher. And this is similar to English in the word research. So chercher means to search or to find. It can also mean to go and return with. So if you want to go and buy milk, chercher would be the verb you'd use to go and return with milk. Let's look at how to use il faut in the question form. You can use inversion, which means you switch the 2 words. But because faut now comes before il, the T sound is going to turn on because il starts with the vowel. So it would be pronounced faut-il. Faut-il payer? Do we need to pay? Faut-il. Faut-il. Il faut. Il faut. Il faut. Faut-il chercher? Do we need to look? Est-ce qu'il faut chercher? Would be how you would ask without the inversion. Est-ce que is similar to do in English. Qu'est-ce que is like what. Now that we've covered some of the grammar topics, we can get back to the song. So this question, avec quoi faut-il chercher l'eau? Avec quoi is with what. Faut-il is it necessary? So with what is it necessary? Chercher l'eau is to find water, or to go and bring back water. So, avec quoi faut-il chercher l'eau? With what, or what should I use to go get water? Now the first 3 lines of the song. Avec quoi faut-il chercher l'eau? Chère Élise, chère Élise, avec quoi faut-il chercher l'eau? Okay, and what are we going to use to go get water? So, a bucket. Repeat after me. so, so, so. Un means or one, and avec is with. So what are we going to use to go get water? Avec un seau, with a bucket. Avec un seau. Let's look at the pronunciation of some of the words that rhyme. The letters AU in faux make an O sound. In the word so, EAU, even though it's 3 letters, makes an O sound. So faux, so. Those two will rhyme. Also, to say water, l'eau, l'eau, l'eau. Other things we've seen that also have this O sound is AU, O, and AUX is also pronounced O. The word bucket, so, is masculine, so if we want to say his bucket, we would say son seau, his bucket. But what if we were talking about a female? Well, it's the word so that's masculine. So even if we wanted to say her bucket, because bucket is masculine, we wouldn't change it and we would say son seau. So in English, there's 2 different ways, his bucket and her bucket, and whether you say his or her depends on the gender of the person. In French, it doesn't depend on the gender of the person who owns the bucket, it's that the word bucket is masculine. And so even if it's a female that owns the bucket, we would say son seau. Another thing is if we wanted to say something else about the bucket, in English we would use the word it, but because bucket is a masculine noun, we would say il est, which is like he is. In English we would just say it is. And same down here. Sa jambe, jambe is leg, and it's a feminine noun. In English, if it's a male's leg, we say his leg, and if it's a female's leg, we say her leg. But in French, it's the word leg that is feminine. So even if it was a man's leg, it would still be sa jambe. Body parts are either masculine or feminine, and things like head, which is feminine for both men and women. Since leg is feminine, if we wanted to talk about someone's leg, we would say elle est. Even if it was a male, we would have to say elle est. So in French, literally sa jambe, elle est, could refer to a man, and it would be his leg, literally she is. But in English we would say his leg, it is broken, for example. Let's look at another body part, jambe. This means leg. Jambe. Ma jambe would be my leg. Now both men and women would say ma jambe because it's the word leg that's feminine. So even if it's a male, they would say ma jambe. In English, we only have a difference for the third person, his leg and her leg. In English, both men and women would refer to their leg as my leg. Just like in French, both men and women would refer to their leg as ma jambe. Okay, we saw Chère Élise. Now this is Chère Eugène. Repeat after me. Eugène. Eugène. So, mon cher Eugène is my dear Eugene. Cher Eugène. Cher. 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 Notice the E sound in cher and the phonetic symbol, which is like the Greek letter epsilon. In the word Eugène, you also see the same E sound, except there's an accent on the E. This sound, found in Chère and Eugène, is what we call accent grave. It's often confused with another accent, and this song is a good way to start to be able to develop your ear to distinguish between them. It's in the words Chère Élise. Chère has our accent grave sound, but Élise, you see the accent over the first E in Élise, and phonetically it's represented by a normal E. This accent is called accent aigu. Chère Élise. So when you listen to the song, try to get a feel for the difference between the accent grave sound in Chère and the accent aigu sound in Élise. Chère Élise. Chère Élise. The first part of the song, Avec quoi faut-il chercher l'eau? That was Eugène who was speaking, but now Élise is answering his question. And she says, Avec un seau, mon cher Eugène, avec un seau. Avec un seau, mon cher Eugène, avec un seau. Now Eugène is going to respond with his problem to Élise. Mais le seau, but the bucket. Mais le seau, mais le seau, mais le seau. Il est, which is it is, literally he is. Il est, il est, il est, and here il refers to the bucket, so. Et is from our verb être, which means to be. If you haven't memorized this one yet, it's a good opportunity to review it. Repeat after me. Je suis. Je suis. Je suis. Tu es. Tu es. Tu es. On est. On est. On est. Nous sommes. Nous sommes. Nous sommes. Vous êtes. Vous êtes. Vous êtes. Elles sont. Elles sont. Elles sont. This word, percer, is a verb, and it means to leak, but it also means to pierce, as to put a hole in. You can see its relation to the English word pierce, percer. The past participle of percer would be percer. They're both pronounced the same, percer and percé. Notice that the first E is our accent grave sound, where the final E in both words is our accent aigu sound. So this is another chance to practice and to hear the difference between the two. Percé, percé. Accent aigu is a lot shorter than the accent grave. He is, il est, in French is also used for masculine nouns and is translated in English as it is. You might see this, le seau, il est, and it's a little strange because il refers to le seau. You could also just take out il and say le seau est, the bucket is. But French does this weird thing where they say the bucket, it is. You'll also hear moi je, which is me, I. For English speakers this seems very repetitive, but often when they want to say je, they'll say moi je, me, I. And when referring to someone else, you hear toi tu, toi tu. Back to the song. Mais le seau, il est percé. The bucket is leaky. Mais le seau, il est percé. Chère Élise, chère Élise, mais le seau, il est percé. Mais le seau, il est percé. Chère Élise, chère Élise, mais le seau, il est percé. And now Élise is going to respond with what he should do. This word, boucher, we've seen before, meaning butcher, but that's the noun form. Boucher is also a verb that's unrelated to the word butcher entirely, and it means to plug, or to plug something up, to plug it up. It's similar to the word la bouche, which means the mouth. La bouche, la bouche. Also, you have in French un bouchon, which would be a traffic jam. All of these come from a wine bottle. The opening of a wine bottle is often called the mouth. Bouchon is a wine cork. And tire-bouchon is a corkscrew. Repeat after me. Bouchon, bouchon, bouchon. Tire-bouchon, tire-bouchon, tire-bouchon. This phrase, faut le boucher, is the same as il faut le boucher. Another example of il faut. In spoken French, you can leave off the il and you'll hear just faut. Faut. So, faut le boucher, you must plug it. Boucher is the verb for plug, but le here doesn't mean the word the, it means the word it. And it refers to le seau, the bucket. Faut le boucher is short for il faut boucher le seau. And if everyone knows we're talking about le seau, we can move the le and put it in front of the verb and get il faut le boucher. You must plug it. Okay, back to the song. This is Élise who's speaking. Faut le boucher, mon cher Eugène, faut le boucher. Faut le boucher, mon cher Eugène, faut le boucher. Now, Eugène is going to speak. Avec quoi faut-il le boucher? Chère Élise, avec quoi faut-il le boucher? Élise's answer is going to be with de la paille, with some straw. Say after me, de la paille, de la paille, de la paille. In this song, at one point they say clearly de la, meaning some, but in another part they shorten it, and it comes out de la paille. The first one, de la paille. The second one, de la paille, de la paille, de la paille, de la paille. This isn't something with French grammar. This is just done to make the song flow a little better. You will hear that E in de taken out sometimes when people are speaking quickly or mumbling, but it's not a very important grammar point. You can listen for it in the song, but you shouldn't spend too much time on it as a beginner. Okay, Eugène has asked what he needs to plug up the bucket with, and Élise responds, avec la paille, mon cher Eugène, avec de la paille. Avec la paille, mon cher Eugène, avec de la paille. Let's look at another word. It's also a verb, couper, which means to cut. Repeat after me. Couper, couper, couper. Now, its past participle is going to be also couper. All ER verbs simply just change spelling when we do the passé composé past participle form. Couper is either the past participle or we can use it as an adjective. If we're referring to a feminine noun, we would have to add an E at the end of couper. Eugène has another problem. Mais la paille n'est pas coupée. Chère Élise, mais la paille n'est pas coupée. Now for Élise's response to Eugène's complaint that the straw is not cut, we could say il faut la couper, which is the same as faut la couper. Faut meaning it is necessary, couper is cut. La here would be translated in English as it, because it's replacing la paille. So we would say il faut couper la paille or il faut la couper. If we said la couper, then everyone should be clear that la is referring to la paille, the straw. Élise's response, faut la couper, mon cher Eugène, faut la couper. Faut la couper, mon cher Eugène, faut la couper. This creates another problem for Eugène, and he responds, avec quoi faut-il la couper? Chère Élise, avec quoi faut-il la couper? Élise's response to not being able to cut the straw is he should use une faux, which is a scythe, a sharp tool for cutting. You might notice that faux is pronounced exactly the same as faux. It's also the same as the word false, which is faux, and spelled the same. In English, we sometimes say faux pas. Here, the pas doesn't mean not, it actually means step. So faux pas means you made a social error or you made a false step. Avec une faux, mon cher Eugène, avec une faux. Avec une faux, mon cher Eugène, avec une faux. Let's look at another verb, affûter, which means to sharpen. From this, we can get the past participle, affûter. Repeat after me. Affûter, affûter, affûter. Most past participles, like we've seen before, can be used as an adjective. Affûter would mean sharp. If we're talking about something that's feminine, a feminine noun, it adds an E, but the pronunciation doesn't change. Affûter. As you probably guessed, it's the scythe that's not going to be sharp. The word sharp is affûter, and it begins with a vowel, which means it's probably going to get a liaison from the word in front of it. The word in front is pas, and normally the final S is silent. But here, it's going to make a Z sound, and it's going to move in front of affûter, so we're going to get pas affûter. Pas affûter. Pas affûter. La faux n'est pas affûtée. La faux n'est pas affûtée. Mais la faux n'est pas affûtée. Chère Élise, mais la faux n'est pas affûtée. Mais la faux n'est pas affûtée. Chère Élise, mais la faux n'est pas affûtée. Faut l'affûter, mon cher Eugène, faut l'affûter. Avec quoi faut-il l'affûter? Chère Élise, avec quoi faut-il l'affûter? Okay, Eugène needs to sharpen the scythe, and he wants to know what he should use. Élise responds avec une pierre, which is a stone. Repeat after me. Une pierre, une pierre, une pierre. Pierre is also a common name in France. Avec une pierre, mon cher Eugène, avec une pierre. Avec une pierre, mon cher Eugène, avec une pierre. Mouiller means to make wet. Repeat after me. Mouiller, mouiller, mouiller. The two L's won't make an L sound at all. Its past participle is mouiller. And if we're talking about a feminine noun, we'll get an extra E at the end. Mouiller for masculine nouns, mouiller for feminine nouns. Same pronunciation, just different spelling. Now Eugène has a new problem. Mais la pierre n'est pas mouillée. Chère Élise, mais la pierre n'est pas mouillée. Mais la pierre n'est pas mouillée. Chère Élise, mais la pierre n'est pas mouillée. Élise's response, faut la mouiller, mon cher Eugène, faut la mouiller. Faut la mouiller, mon cher Eugène, faut la mouiller. And he responds, Avec quoi faut-il la mouiller? Chère Élise, avec quoi faut-il la mouiller? And she responds, Avec de l'eau, mon cher Eugène, avec de l'eau. Avec de l'eau, mon cher Eugène, avec de l'eau. Eugène has a new problem again. Avec quoi faut-il chercher l'eau? Chère Élise, avec quoi faut-il chercher l'eau? And she responds, Avec un seau, mon cher Eugène, avec un seau. Avec un seau, mon cher Eugène, avec un seau.